Hello again, you're welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Wealth. I'm a third year medical student of the University of Ibadan. I know that the whole admission process is a little bit confusing, especially if this is your first time experiencing it. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 4 different ways to gain admission into an institution this year. If one does not work, the other is going to work for you. This video is more like a continuation of the previous video, which I'm going to link up here, so you can check that out if you've not seen it. So we have different ways of gaining admission. I'm going to be talking about 4 ways, and the first is the UTME, the one we popularly call JAM. In the previous video, I actually explained how you can analyze your score and predict your chances of gaining admission into your chosen university. So once you check your chances of gaining admission, if you say that you have a chance of getting admission into your university or any institution of your choice, the next step is to start preparing for your post-UTME. But if on the other hand you say that your chances of gaining admission with your JAM score is low, then you should consider changing your course. Later in this video, I'm going to be explaining how the change of course and change of institution work and things you should consider before changing your course or institution. Actually, at the moment, change of institution and change of course form is already available, so you can pick it up and change your institution or course. That's all I'm going to say about UTME. I already talked about this in my previous video. So Efiko's tutor will be collaborating with me to organize this seminar. In the seminar, we are going to be giving you details on things you need to know that will guide your decision in gaining admission and various other alternatives. We are also going to be answering a lot of your questions, and the very interesting thing is that after the seminar, you'll be on a group where information, like timely information, will be disseminated to you. You can always ask questions and we'll find people that can guide you properly to ensure that the admission process runs smoothly for you. But there is a limited slot. Once we reach the capacity, we'll start taking more students. So if you're interested, it costs just 1,000 naira only. You use the link in the description below to join the group. Second means of gaining admission is via direct entry. In direct entry, you are going to be gaining admission directly into 200 level, whereas in the normal UTME, you are getting admission into 100 level. So how does the direct entry work? To be eligible for applying to a university via direct entry, you have to have a degree from either a university, polytechnic, or college of education, or you have to have a certificate from an A-level program. This sounds complicated, but I'm going to explain it in a minute. You must have heard of people going to polytechnic first before eventually moving to university. There are several cases like that, where you go to polytechnic and spend probably 2 years to acquire your ND, national diploma. After getting your ND, then you can use this ND to pursue a similar course in a university. But by the time you are going to that university, you are going to be starting from 200 level. There's a very great chance that you watching this and you've not attended any polytechnic or university before, but there's another option, which is A-level. So this A-level is a viable option for you, and it's actually not bad at all. Let me explain how A-level works. We have different forms of A-level. We have Cambridge A-level, we have IJMB, we have JUPEB. These are the commonest ones I know, so you can apply for any of this. Just know now that not all universities accept all A-level program. For example, I know about UI accepts only Cambridge A-level. UI does not accept JUPEB or IJMB, whereas most other universities accept JUPEB and Cambridge and IJMB. You get? So that's the first thing. If you are going to be considering A-level, you have to first consider your university of choice. Okay, which university would I like to study in? Do the university I want to study in actually accept this A-level program? So what exactly will you be doing in the A-level program? In the A-level program, once you apply, it is a 1-year program, and in that 1 year you are going to be taking courses. It is not just going to be like 100 level for you. You can just imagine it like this, where people that use UTME to gain admission are doing their 100 level in the university. You'll be doing your 100 level with the A-level program coordinator or something like that. There are always different centers for this A-level program. You'll be accommodated like normal students. You'll be having lectures, you'll be doing tests, and at the end of the day, you are going to be having exams and a cumulative grade point. And that grade point is what you will eventually use to gain admission. So it is also similar to JAM, that the higher your JAM score, the higher your chances of gaining admission. So is this A-level programs too. So if you finish very well, you are going to have higher advantage of gaining admission into your preferred university for your preferred course. So after the A-level program, you are not going to write JAM anymore. Some university might require you write something like a post-UTME, like an entry exam, why some don't. I know of UI, so far so good. UI doesn't give exams to direct entry students. They just admit you based on your performance from the A-level program. Actually, I made a video about getting into medical school where I asked some of my coursemate that got into medicine with A-level program. Some of them said the program is actually fairly easy to gain admission into university if you can be hardworking and follow what they ask you to do. Your chances of gaining admission is quite high. The only disadvantage of this program I can see is that it's quite expensive. This A-level program can be great if you can afford it. The third way of gaining admission is via pre-degree program. Not all universities do this pre-degree program, and pre-degree program is not the same as direct entry. Okay, let me explain what pre-degree is. In pre-degree Right. In pre-degree program, the universities that organize pre-degree program, they're going to be having you for 1 year. And the pre-degree program, you can look at it as some form of secondary school class, because you're going to write UTME again, but you're going to have a lot of experience, because most pre-degree program you'll be accommodated on the school campus. For example, in OAU, if you go for the pre-degree program, you're going to be accommodated on campus. I don't know why pre-degree is difficult for me to pronounce. You're going to be taking lectures. The lectures you're going to be taking are basically O-level lectures. Then when JAM comes again, you're going to take JAM. And after taking JAM, by JAM I meant UTME. I also need to mention that during the pre-degree program, you'll be doing tests and exams. It's very similar to 100 level. And you are going to be having like a grade. They are going to be scoring you, and at the end of this program, the score with your JAM result is going to be used to admit you into that university properly for your preferred course. One very big advantage of degree program is that, one, instead of staying at home, you could actually use this as a medium to learn. Secondly is that your chances of gaining admission is higher as a pre-degree student. Universities usually consider pre-degree students. The fourth way is something many people will consider nonsense advice, but I'm actually giving you this from experience, and this is particularly for students that are particular about a particular course, and you know that the JAM score you already have cannot get you that score. What I would advise you to do is to change that course to a lower course. But if you have faith, you can still leave the course like that and proceed with the post-UTME process. But have it at the back of your mind that you are going to apply for the next JAM. While you are chasing this year's admission, you are going to gain a lot of experience. That experience and a lot of determination, you can actually channel it into the next JAM, and you are going to work very hard for the next JAM and eventually get your preferred course of choice. Like, I've seen many students not gain admission a particular year, but work very hard the next year and gain admission. Some of them decided to stay at home, while some of them got admission the previous year, already studying a different course, but are still determined to study that their preferred course of choice, and they actually got admission to that other course of choice. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do, but I'm giving you a lot of options so you can think about it for yourself. Like, you are a big boy, you're a big girl, you're no longer a kid, and by now you should be able to make some decisions yourself. Now let's talk about change of course. So change of course or change of institution, as you may call it, is already available, and you can apply for it by going to JAM services centers. The same way you applied for JAM. Before you get there, you should have known what institution and what course you want to change to, if you want to change. Before you pick any course, make sure you research about the requirements the university you want to change to wants, and their chances of gaining admission into that university with your JAM score that you already have. I explained the concept of cutoff mark in the previous video. Make sure you analyze all these things and then learn about how their post-UTME works, if the university you are changing to will be writing post-UTME, and start preparing for it as early as you can. I believe that's the end of this video. I would appreciate it if you give it a like, and if you subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. And also, if you have friends you feel might find this video helpful, kindly share the video to them. And lastly, if you are interested in the seminar and the group that I talked about earlier in this video, just click the link in the description below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.